Hello, I'm Patrick Abel from Special Moments Photography. I wanted to take a moment to introduce ourselves and go through some pictures with you from last year, some of the highlights, things that we think are important, some of the images that we really enjoyed, and give you a little commentary on what it was that went into taking those shots, some of the things that were behind the scenes, and just have a little fun with some of the images and go through them with you. Let's get started. When we photograph a wedding, one of the things that we're looking for throughout the day is the natural events that happen that are worth recording. And there are times during the day that you'll set shots up, but that organic feel where you've got people interacting with one another, and there's an emotional component to what's happening. Those kinds of things you can't conjure up as a photographer. You just have to capture them, like a bride just dancing on the dance floor. That feeling, that emotion. Clearly the dress on the bed, that's set up by the photographer. But that photojournalism element where you capture people in their natural environment, doing the things that they want to do on the day of their wedding, and somehow walk away with this collection of images that's worthwhile, meaningful, tells the story of their day. The shoes, they're often overlooked because they're under the dress and people don't see them. This moment in front of the fire, the dress hanging in a reflection off a neat mirror along the wall, standing in a safe. Sometimes when you take a moment to just step back and watch and don't say a word, and just capture things as they occur from a really neat vantage point, you really get the feeling of what people are up to, what they're like, what their emotions are that day. Sometimes these night pictures, clients love those. Oh, that's Cafe Cortina. We love Cafe Cortina in Farmington. Back to those night shots. Sometimes people will break away in the middle of the evening and step outside and do some pictures that are in the natural light, out in the environment, and capture the glow and the feeling of what's happening that day. I love this picture with the little child and the grandparents talking. The groom was a fireman in this particular wedding. Details like a champagne glass. That first look. You can't recapture those moments. They come and they go. Photojournalism is really the art of watching what's happening, and the root of that word, photojournalism, goes back many, many years. It's rooted in this idea that you can journal something photographically. Maybe slip the rings into the lace of the dress. Put a camera down on the ground as the bride is walking up the steps. Ask her to spin at sunset. Good friends spinning on the dance floor. The limo had a flat tire and the crew came to help them. These kinds of moments in time just happen. You cannot recreate those the next day. You have to catch them as they're happening. And that's the art of really, really good photography. The Italian American Club, one of our favorites. They went outside at sunset. Beautiful lighting and the reflection in the mirror. Friends walking downtown laughing and having a good time. There's this balance that you try to strike throughout the day where you're looking for things that are happening as they're happening and setting up some shots where you think there's some interesting elements, but you just have to somehow step in and make that happen without over intervening. It's all about capturing those moments.